What's up, everyone? We're here today with Zach.
What's up?
AKA PNW Overlander on Instagram, so check him out. We're gonna check out this awesome Dodge Ram Overland setup. So yeah, I'll let him do the talking because he kind of knows the most about it.
I had the truck for 6 years. I put over 100,000 miles on it, so
Wow.
decent amount of miles under the belt. 2002 Dodge, 24 valve, just like down the mob. It's on 35 BFG KM3s by some 17-inch race lines. Got a big old turbo on there, some injectors to keep her cool and happy, some airflow, air intake and all that. Awning on this side. I got a water storage system. It holds about 20 gallons. In the back I've got a slide out, pulls out if I need to get in there. Since I've got a deck on there, I haul dirt bikes, quads, snowmobiles, anything really I can fit up there. The headlights, they're like one of my favorite things I think I've ever really done to the truck. As you'll probably see, they do a lot of colors and they're done by On Point Retrofits out in Sandy, Oregon, so
Nice.
yeah, they're pretty sweet.
I got some sweet shots. I was driving in front of you like, what the heck is going on? There's a spaceship taking off.
Yeah. So I daily it every day and I use it for work, and I mean, more play than work obviously, but
Who built the bumper, the front bumper?
so that's all custom made. I get questions about that all the time. It's completely 100% home built, custom made by me. At the time I thought clearance was everything, but as I found out, I don't need that much clearance. It just ended up looking better.
Oh, I love it. And yeah, I'm always like, approach angle.
Yeah.
My buck stops like sticking out, but it hasn't been a problem.
Yeah,
like you said.
So this is the inside. Space was kind of a big issue, so I got these nifty seat covers. They got the EDC pouches pretty much on both sides. So I got pouches on this side, pouches on that side. I took the back seat out, gutted that. It's got two 12-inch subs down kind of hidden down in here. It's got some space, and you can kind of see some just like clutter crap.
Oh yeah, there's that bumper.
Yeah, there's some stuff in there. And then rifle, you never know. Cougar tags are running in Oregon. I built these, I got some drawers, and I got some property and it had a barn, kind of like a shed on there. That was my old grandpa's place, and he actually, these were just chilling out in the barn, and I was like sitting there scratching my head. I'm like, oh, like how could I? And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So, and I just got back from fire season when I had some bunch of time, and I was like, oh, I can do this. So, came up with the idea, and I didn't even draw anything. I never draw anything out. It just, kind of just screw here, screw there. Built these out, some slider drawers. Got 4 of them, and that's just was really good for all that small clutter and the stuff I need to get to, that like right now, On the other side of these shelves, it's just kind of like a dog pad for Amelia, but she gets shotgun. And just kind of filled her spot up, so
yeah. And that was another thing too, is traveling with a dog. Do you always travel with her? How's that been?
She's always with me. It's pretty good, as long as you got enough food to last you. It's always you always have a companion,
Yeah.
someone to just kind of mob with you. So
Yeah. So you built the rack too yourself then?
yeah, so it's all
cool. Yeah, this rack is quite something.
Yeah, it's got, it's pretty supported, and it runs the full bed length of the 8-foot bed, so it's pretty strong. When you get going down the highway, when something's up there too, it's got a lot of wind resistance. So
Yeah. But yeah, you pretty much put anything up there, but you mainly it was for sleds, and like I've seen dirt bikes up there, I think.
Sleds, dirt bikes. In the wintertime, I've got wheel trucks for the dirt bikes, spare tire, paddle boards, yeah, you name it. If it fits up there, it goes up there.
If it fits, it chips.
Yep. So I've been sponsored for snowmobiling, and I kind of did it just to kind of stand out. And I used to have I used to be that kid that used to run 20 by 12s, and they were way offset, like over 55, and they stuck out, and they actually matched the wrap, so. But I kept getting tickets because they were too wide and stuck out, so I just, and you know, they weren't as functional, so these are a lot more functional. I can go a lot more places. I don't have to worry about hitting. I ran over that stump over there.
Yeah, I saw you. I think you more jumped it.
And yeah, and so I didn't even have to worry about it, you know. Especially with the KM3s, they're an amazing tire, so they handle anything really. And especially, I'll get a lot of questions on them. How do they do on a truck this heavy? They do amazing.
Nice.
No wear, and I've had them for over 4,000, 5,000 miles. So normally I've got my trailer. I had some trailer mishaps on my last trip this last weekend, and right before we met up. And normally I've just got the normal pull out on the stove, but right now I'm just using a jet boil and some freeze-dried food, and that's usually how I roll. I don't really like making a ton of food just because carrying stuff when you're trying to go around and do like all the camping and whatnot kind of just gets like
Yeah.
too competitive to really think about a lot. So
Yeah, for sure. No, it's a lot. You got a really small setup
yeah,
for that.
you can just go run and buy bags of food, you know, pretty much whatever. You got your meals for A, B, and C.
Yeah. Cut! No, I'm just kidding. What's up, man? Yeah, he's mobbing. He's down to mob.
He's down to mob too.
Yeah, he interrupted our walk around, but super cool guy on the mountain bike, and he lives in a van, and we're gonna shred later.
Yeah.
What a great life. Anyways, back to the show. So yeah, this CVT, you said you've had this tent for a while, right?
Yeah, about 4 years now. 4, maybe 3 years, 3.5, 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know, it's all in maintenance and just keeping them in good condition. Mickey Wax does pretty good on that canvas, so.
Mickey Wax.
I think that's what it's called, I believe so, Mickey Wax. It's in a sprayable bottle.
Cool, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. And it rained last night, and I mean, for what, 3 or 4 hours, and
Yeah.
it's pretty dry already, so.
Yeah, it honestly looks a few weeks old.
Yeah.
How many nights would you say you spent in it?
I use it at least 40, 50 times a summer, so.
Wow. I know we were just talking about like getting a 4Runner and how we both kind of like to wheel and want. So how's it been wheeling this big truck?
We were talking, you know, like about the 4Runners just because of the trailability. I mean, these things they're pigs, you know, they're huge.
Oh yeah.
But you know, it came down to it is like I can almost take this thing anywhere that a 4Runner can go if it's wide enough, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
The clearance really isn't an issue. I've never ran into anything, I mean, that I've had clearance-wise issues, you know. It's not a crazy rock crawler, you know, it's a trail rig, so I'm not taking it into the Moab, I'm not taking it on some crazy rock crawl, you know. It's just a good trail rig. They do good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I get 450 to 500 miles a gallon into a tank, so.
Yeah, wheeling the big rigs has been challenging for me too. We got these things through some pretty tight spots
they were tight
yesterday. And like you said with the bumper, and it's like they do pretty well, and I've never really had issues scraping it around too.
The 5.9, it's an all-around motor. Fat turbo, like I was saying. Keep the airflow going in, out. S&B intake. I think you have an S&B intake too, maybe, no?
I have an AFE Big Boost
okay.
just to filter.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it's
pretty
kind of
similar.
similar. Yeah, you have this nice box though, the intake box, which I kind of like.
I like it.
Yeah.
Does a good job. 2 of those yellow tops, they do pretty well. If you're ever in Bend, Oregon, you need battery needs, Bend Battery, they'll hook you up. He knows a lot about solar, batteries, and like camper RVs in general. Good guy. So I've got those, and then I've got a 1500 watt inverter.
She wants to be in the video.
1500 watt inverter that I run because these engines are pretty much generators, you know. I mean, the need for solar when you have one of these engines in your truck's almost kind of obsolete, you know.
Then you're not running a fridge or
yeah. And like I was saying earlier on my trailer too, that's got a yellow top in it, a single yellow top in it too. So pretty much when I've got that rolling, that thing's pretty much base camp kind of.
But like you said, it always gets us to epic spots.
Exactly.
Yeah, this spot's sweet. And there's my rig. You guys already seen that though. Anyways, dude, thanks so much for showing us the rig. And be sure to follow him on Instagram, PNW Overlander. And you guys know it. The only question is, are you down to mob? Yeah.